Las Vegas. Went there for a mom's getaway trip. My best friend was getting married. My mom wanted to get away. We wanted to definitely see Jason Aldean, so we bought tickets. We planned it. We went on Sunday night just to end the weekend. My daughter was turning 1 on Monday, so we had the first flight out of 6 a.m. Just hung out, waited for Jason Aldean to come on. It was about the third song in, I think, when it started.
Dramatic video is being posted on social media. Las Vegas PD just tweeted, "We are investigating reports of an active shooter near the Mandalay Bay Casino."
At first, I knew something was wrong. I didn't know it was gunshots. It's kind of just a whirlwind. People were screaming. Bullets were flying by my head. I thought I was moving with my mom and my best friend, and I wasn't. Once I realized I wasn't with them, I kind of just hugged up against, I think, what was the bar at that point. And I called Chris and I said, I think I'm saying goodbye. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of here. I just heard people screaming, you have to run, you have to run. So I told Chris, I'm like, I'm gonna count to 3 and I gotta go. I counted to 3 and then I was down. Somehow I made it over to the side where I continued to hide. My whole leg was completely turned around, but I just remember a huge hole in my leg. I thought I was just not gonna make it out because I was bleeding so much. And there was a husband and wife that just looked up at this guy and said, you have to take her. She's bleeding out. I was just screaming bloody murder at that point. So the guy just picked me up, threw me over his shoulder, ran out to the street and flagged a car down. But we went to like an empty helicopter airport. I just remember them pulling me out of the car, and the paramedics came around. They tagged me, I think, as a level 3. I was bleeding out, but we got to the hospital very quickly. There were hundreds of people there screaming. There was blood everywhere. They wheeled me into the triage room, and somehow I ended up right next to my best friend. We were side by side. Neither of us could say a word. I was kind of in shock that we were next to each other because there were 3 hospitals that we could have gone to. They took me in for x-rays. They obviously said I had fractured, shattered femur. There was basically not a whole lot left, and that I would be the next to go into surgery, and that was at about 1 a.m. But at about 7:30, my mom came running into the hospital, screaming hysterically. I think she just sat there and held my hand and cried. The whole waiting process to surgery felt like it was forever. But I went in. The doctor, everyone has told me, did an amazing job. And then the recovery just began. The pain management at the beginning was definitely the hardest. Straight out of surgery, they wanted to get me out of bed the next morning, and I just remember the pain. I just thought there was just no way I was ever going to leave the hospital. I got home, 10 days, 14 days passed. There's just not a whole lot that I did. I kind of just sat there in pain and just wondered what was going to happen. Physical rehab has been easier than expected. And coming into here, there's a lot of hope. I have to be here. There's no way that I could have gone through this recovery without it. The recovery from October till now is absolutely incredible. I left the hospital not being able to barely walk to now I can get out of bed. I can be with my kids. Even though I can't do the activities I want to do, I'm still able to be present with them as far as physically inside the house. As far as short term, I kind of feel like I've kind of met those goals of being able to walk again. Was probably my biggest goal coming in here. Long term is to be able to be at the park with my kids, go up and down the stairs without a struggle, just do life again without the pain. But from the bike to the reformer to stretching, it just all plays into the healing process of something I could definitely not do on my own at home. I wouldn't even know where to start. Just the encouragement as well of starting at being able to only bend my knee at 30 or 40 degrees, and now I'm at 130. It's definitely not something I could do at home. The physical part is one thing, but to be able to do the physical activity has helped me so much mentally. So they definitely go hand in hand. So yeah, there's been bumps, lots of bumps in the recovery road. The pain on day to day gets to you, but there's hope. But short term is just to keep coming until I'm fully healed.